Johnny Depp on Fantastic Beasts. None of us were consulted. Depp's casting has been controversial.
Johnny Depp's casting is always controversial.
Mm.
We're back. Hello.
We're in the house.
In the house, back again.
What even?
Episode, what one is this? Starting to lose count. Episode 19, I think,
Yeah.
of No Bible Podcast. I'm
19 out of...
I'm your host, Georgius Maximus.
And I am... Conorus Terrificus.
You are Basil.
No, Dazzle.
You're Basil and I'm Colin, and together we are...
Firth.
Yes, so we
are
Rush.
Johnny English.
Yes.
Reborn.
We've just got back from seeing Johnny English Strikes Again. Reborn was the second one, Connor. For God's sake, do your market research.
Well, he is research. He is research. He is reborn. This could be Rowan Atkinson's comeback.
It could be.
Who knows?
Ryan Atkinson's great.
He is.
But yeah, so it's wow. We've rushed back from the cinema.
Yeah, talk about a rush.
And fucking
we're
now here. Yeah.
You almost died.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. We're gonna go over some stuff. We'll go through Johnny English.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Doctor Who, both Demons of the Punjab. That was the one that was on, right? And about the Christmas special news that's no longer.
Officially
what else?
confirmed.
What else? We haven't got much. Got a bit of a main story, haven't we?
Well, yeah, the only real story
this is the
come out.
If you haven't guessed from the title, this is all about.
Insert title here.
Yeah, it's all about Stan Lee.
Stan the Man Lee,
who unfortunately passed away at the age of 95. Which is Connor's crying. It's just he's been struggling to cope all week.
I mean,
that's why he wasn't here last week. He knew.
No, I know. I had a premonition. I had a vision. That's why I officially had to pack my bags and go away for 1 week because I knew it was coming and I couldn't cope with it.
I mean, the whole of not just the comic book world, but entertainment and storytelling has been.
Will never be the same again.
No, because he was fantastic.
Excelsior.
Yeah, he was.
You might say.
He was one of the greatest Godfather of modern storytelling.
He was the Don Capone of the comic universe.
He never, he always knew about the fans. He always took them into consideration. He started, I mean, things back in the 40s, isn't it? I should have researched this more before we did this, but
no, I think it was around the 40s. Like the golden age, I think, was the 40s to the 60s. Silver Age is the 70s. But anyway, it's not an education lesson. But yeah, the golden age. The 40s. The
man who brought together such amazing, brought us such characters. He brought us the X-Men. He brought us Spider-Man.
Nearly every character on screen is because of that man.
And his inclusion and his passion and his drive and his vision for storytelling of making sure the audience are not pandered to, but also giving thanks and tipping of the old hat. He is very much one for he knows without the fans he wouldn't be here. And it's a sad day. I mean, there's not really much you can say about Stan Lee that hasn't already been said.
I honestly thought he wasn't going to die because, I mean, I'm going slightly off topic. It just seems with everyone sort of gradually nodding off. I don't want to just say dying, but as everyone just keeps
passing on into the next life.
Keep it friendly. As everyone just keeps one by one passing on. I've really noticed in the last couple of years. I think it's 2016. I think it was David Bowie, Prince. I can't think. It was all in that month.
Alan Rickman.
It was all in that month.
2016 was a horrible year, wasn't it?
It was all in that month, and then ever since then, all you hear about is celebrities dying. But I honestly thought at one point Stan Lee wasn't going to die.
Well, yeah, because he sort of outlived so many people.
Everybody, I know. Yeah.
Everyone that you obviously don't know a lot of people.
Well, no, I've been hiding in the rock.
Not anymore.
I want to tell them that. But I know it is sad because if we sat here and went, who's going to pass away next? I wouldn't have said Stan Lee at all.
Well, no, he sort of as elderly as he is and was. he never came across that way. He never came across like he was.
He didn't say he was ill.
He
never did that.
Well, it's not about him saying it. It's just like he never like showed age. He looked old, but like he never acted that. Like he all. And I know that a lot of that was towards the end of a lot of cameos were filmed in bulk. So then he would like in one good day, say do like 4 or 5 films. And apparently, like the Venom one is where you see he is noticeably more frail than previous, because obviously there must have been a gap between.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Last block and that, but he always just seemed the same age. Like from from all his cameos, from all his public appearances, like because he did a lot of work, conventions, still doing as much as he could, even with his deteriorating eyesight and all that, stuff that the crap that happened to him in the last couple of years of people trying to take advantage of his ailing health and taking stuff off him. So that was annoying me. He just never seemed to get older. That it was just suddenly like, bam, gone. No more Stan.
He just seemed to be like, ever since like I'd like the Spider-Man DVDs when I was little, and ever since I saw him on like the behind-the-scenes documentary, he always looked the same as well. Like he aged obviously as he gotten older, but he never changed. He was like the one Doctor in the same body, with literally with the same face.
Excelsior.
He never seemed to, like, even then when I saw him when I was little, like I thought he was about 90 then, but I mean.
Oh yeah, he always looked
the same.
Yeah, he always had that look of the glasses, the slick back grey hair.
Yeah,
and he always had a smile on his face. It was just fun.
Yeah, lovely.
It's quite
amazing
nice.
Human being.
It is very nice, in a way. We will.
I miss you, Stan.
R.I.P. Stanley.
I miss you, Stan.
So we're going to use this to, you'd think, to do our Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 3 review, but
right, no,
I don't think we've physically got time for that.
No.
So we'll save that for a later date, but we'll talk about our favourite Marvel stuff and maybe favourite cameos. I don't know. I don't remember more.
No, I just remember the one, but I'll get into it.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So, what I think for me, favourite character that he created, not just on paper, but then was brought to us on screen in many iterations. For me, personally, as a kid, is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Can't hold it back.
Superpowers.
Yeah, mine's probably Spider-Man.
And mask on, so you can always, like you even said, like inadvertently creating the thing of like whatever you look like, whoever person you are, you could imagine yourself as that hero because you had the mask. Like you could be anyone. You could be a kid. It's more relatable to us.
Yep. Say Spider-Man. Best movies, best character, always associated with me. Like I personally think of myself as a Peter Parker. Kind of.
Which version of Peter Parker? Andrew Garfield or?
Maguire.
Maguire. Well, actual nerdy, but still going to school even though he's in his 30s.
I know. I know. We all want to be a Garfield, but not the cat. Andrew. Yeah. We all want to be.
We all want to be a big orange cat that likes lasagna. I think that's rule 1. Yeah. In life school.
No, but we all want to be an Andrew Garfield, but really, we're all just a Tobey Maguire. Any one of you
without Tobey is OG.
And you can't beat the original.
No.
The original, you might say. Except when it comes to Doctor Who, but hey ho.
Stop trying to change the thing, but like.
Damn.
Yeah.
The X-Men, I'd say.
Well, you've done a lot of reading. Like you've read a lot of comics. What are your favourite?
A fair bit.
What are your favourite Spider-Man storyline?
Well, the good old black suit, not before he becomes Venom.
I'm just trying to fix the pop filter. Don't mind the audience.
When he gets the black suit from Secret Wars issue 8 and then onwards, and then I think it's issue 300 is when he becomes Venom. When the whole Venom shenanigans goes down. But I know the black suit, Days of Future Past, Planet Hulk in more recent years. That was amazing, fucking amazing to read. I'm just going to list all the main stories, but no, all of them are just great. But the essential ones, go and get Marvel Unlimited. I think it's 200,000 comics for £6 a month. It is the place to read the comics, and that's how I've done it. You don't even need a book. You literally just get it on your phone, on your tablet, whatever device you have.
And read
Swipe,
the stories of the glorious Stan Lee creations. What other? You were going to talk about X-Men.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Particularly Wolverine. Like,
yes.
It was my favourite X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Who originally wasn't part of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Hulk.
Oh yeah, because that's where he made his debut, fighting the Hulk. Or was it? No, he was fighting something else with the Hulk.
No. Wendigo. Yeah, I mean, they teamed up with the Wendigo, and in the next full-on issue, because I think Wolverine was the end of that comic, and then in the first full issue, microphone. First full issue was him against Hulk, Wolverine against the Hulk.
Mm.
And then obviously, as you know, the character's gone on to be portrayed by the Hugh Jackman to be the character, and he will always be Wolverine.
Oh, he's the only embodiment of Wolverine. There's no one else gonna.
I really can't imagine.
Even when the monopolisation takes place, there is no way you replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Well, no, he is Wolverine. Again, going off topic, I don't know. Daredevil in really recent year. When I say really recent, I mean a year ago. Daredevil, Netflix has brought that character to life, rightfully so. Then Batflick, you're all right, but you should stick to DC or whatever other shit you're gonna do. Don't, Daredevil, you are. It's all right. But Charlie Cox, you are Daredevil.
He always says that, like, whoever plays him is like, this is the embodiment of who, like, this character. He played this character, like, he said it about RDJ, Tom Holland, Charlie Cox. It's like, he knows, like, because he's, like, created these characters, like, he knows the perfect iteration and the perfect casting for that kind of person. I think, like...
Because he supervised on all the movies, as obviously he did.
Well, yeah, because he's got executive producer credit, and how much creative input, we don't know. But he's like on a fundamental story level, like Kevin Feige is doing this, like the ultimate version that Stan Lee like
envisioned, wanted,
as much as he can, wherever he can. Obviously, adapting storylines in the
not
film.
an exact recreation, but no, going good. Obviously, he's been cameoed in the cinematic universe, but just imagine him sitting at home with his big giant screen, looking at. Not just his comics that he's done, but the whole cinematic universe.
He's made Marvel. He saved Marvel from bankruptcy and has made them into one of the biggest entertainment powerhouses on the planet, owned by the biggest corporation,
they're probably the biggest. Yeah, the biggest maybe. I don't know if they are the biggest. We'll probably have to research into that. But yeah, top 3 easily, biggest companies ever. DC probably haven't. They're not even close. Probably.
No.
Imagine.
Be good. Right there.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you wouldn't say no.
Lovely.
Now we'll get back to our technical difficulties. People get back to our regular level.
Come on.
Might as well.
Okay. This week's sponsored by Domino's.
Shout out to Domino's.
That is good.
Ooh.
But the thing is, like, when you look on paper, DC. Actually, nice cooking. DC have the bigger characters. But that's just like,
arguable.
Well, this is when it turns into an ASMR. That Batman and Superman, yeah. Biggest, most recognisable comic characters on the planet, really. And by the same company, but they don't make enough money. But because DC doesn't really have like anyone like Stan, because Stan was the face of everything from as far back as I can remember, and that sort of gave it a sort of a family feel.
Yeah,
because he was always there. Like he was always like the person that like you associated most with that. Not just the characters, but him, and he had made those characters.
I see, yeah. I mean, Stanley didn't create them himself. I mean, Jack Kirby
and Steve Ditko.
Yes.
All them. All now reunited in, this next life, hopefully.
Yeah, I forgot the other two.
Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko didn't get as much credit as they deserved. I mean, more so now in later years they have, which is great because, it was their drawings plus like Stan's words. It was everything that come together to make these.
I think it was with whatever character. Or you offered me that one as well. Yeah. Cheers. I think it was like you said with Spider-Man in particular. I think it was Kirby's drawing, but then Ditko got credit, or vice versa. I know with Spider-Man in particular, they did whatever writer it was didn't get the credit until, like you say, recent years. I was watching
when they started getting on a lot more from their work that they did for them, which was nice to see effort. But Stan was the face, and Stan knew sort of how to work with the audience and stuff like that, wasn't it? That was a good thing about it. So hungry.
I'm waiting for his own film now, like tribute film.
Oh man, a biopic of like, Stan Lee would be amazing. Especially if you. What would you focus on? I'd like to see the early.
Oh yeah, early, yeah.
Like from start, from struggling with Marvel to maybe when sort of like the 90s movies started coming out. Because then it's a success, and then you could do the thing like the tagline at the end of it, then like went on to be the global powerhouse. But for now, we let him rest because he never stopped working. He never rested.
Oh, he was just the soul of Marvel, the heart and soul, and that has now been ripped apart.
It was very sort of like meta that we're approaching the end of Phase 3.
Yeah,
the big endgame for.
The big climax.
The big climax of the MCU as we know it at the moment. We know it will go forward. We don't know in what way, with what characters, with what actors. It's very sort
Do you think that he would know? Do you think he knew?
What, Stan?
I think obviously, like the directors, probably like, people that film in Avengers 4 now, they probably
I think the only person that really knows everything is Kevin Feige. I think that Stan has ideas of his own, and a lot of it depends. Had ideas of his own. I keep talking as if he's still here because he is. I think a lot of
he's replaced Matt in the podcast. He's with us.
I think Excelsior. I think a lot of the plans for post Phase 3, because it's not actually called Phase 4, but post Phase 3 depended on the Disney Fox deal. Because I think they had plans like if they didn't get Spider-Man for Civil War, like they had plans for if they got the characters from Fox, and I think they know that because which went into another phase now. They're doing agreements, so they know they're getting them, so they know the next.
Sorry, plans. You said about plans. Again, last week, I'll go to it in more detail, but the reason why they cast Chris Pratt, it wasn't just because of Guardians of the Galaxy. They had plans for his character ahead. It might Chris Pratt versus Robert Downey Jr. in a potential script. Because somebody said last week, like whatever it was, some article, the way that like Stan and Kevin Feige sort of cast the actors, it weren't just because, alright, we want you for these films, like, thinking ahead. And there was just a thing that came out about Chris Pratt and Iron Man, not necessarily against each other, but in their own movie.
I'd love to see Star-Lord and Iron Man, that'd be correct.
But they said, like from the beginning, the reason why...
It depends if he survives Avengers 4.
Who knows? I mean, like, it could only be Spider-Man left.
There could be so many double bluffs. I wouldn't be surprised if Quicksilver come back. But then which version do you do? Start punching them out of excitement. Do you do the Aaron Taylor Johnson version? Do you do...
the cool version, or do you do the meh Ultron version?
I don't know, because we're not even going to get into like the whole X-Men thing, because that's for another time, because I don't see why I should care about X-Men Dark Phoenix and, New Mutants when they're going to come out at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Probably by the time they come out, the deal will be done, and then will we care, because they'll probably be rebooted.
Oh wait, don't worry guys, we're still here.
We did talk about that in whatever, episode 10, I'm going to guess.
In a retrospect of the franchise when they come out eventually.
That's the thing, it's like, are we really going to care about this? But that's another thing, the X-Men, the deal, that's going to happen, I think.
It's happened, yeah.
Getting back to, I think Kevin knows where it's going with that, and Stan had either plans and knowledge of that. Like this stuff, obviously, he wants to see. He'd obviously love to see all of his characters together interacting with each other, because that's the dream. It happened in the comic,
and that's he won't be able to see it no more now in person.
Yeah, but getting back to sort of like the round synergy of like everything sort of coming to an end, you've got Avengers 4, which will be the end of a lot of characters' journeys, like originals. It moves the series on into a new direction post Phase 3.
Which
and
we won't know.
it's sort of fitting if his last, because he like filmed like loads of cameos, like, and we know that they went up to Avengers 4, but we don't know if they goes into
going to be any more
Home Far From Home,
exactly.
Guardians.
Yeah, so I was
2, well, that's not even started, but stuff like that. We don't know if it goes past that. It'd be kind of fitting if his last
thing was part of
cameo
Avengers
was
4.
Avengers 4, and then it's sort of like this is that journey of him, like he completed that journey
the Stan Lee era,
from beginning to end, and then as you move past it into a new era, both in terms of the company and in terms of the cinematic universe, because it's better to look forward, like you accept your past, but you move forward.
That would be fitting. Yeah, it'd just be a nice little.
It'd be nice for him, for everyone. It sort of almost be like they planned it.
Yeah.
We're not suggesting that Kevin Feige suggested to Stanley that he should end.
Whoa.
We're not suggesting that.
Murderous, preposterous.
Someone said, like, is it Stanley dying or is it Stanley just ending life because he achieved all there was to achieve and has moved on to the next thing?
When did you read that?
That was on Twitter, which is quite profound that he's sort of done everything and he's got nothing left to do.
I get that, but I mean,
so now he rests.
End it though. I mean, screw you, silly person on Twitter who wrote that. That's stupid.
No, I'm not saying that he ended it. It's like he was done with life, so he just sort of like
just gave up. But that's still silly. Like,
no, he didn't give up. I mean,
died,
he's been living without his wife for a long time, and they are now reunited, which is nice. I saw a nice little fan art of, the scene from Ant-Man and the Wasp where Hank and Janet reunite. In the suits. Yeah. It's that, but it's Stan and Joan, and it's like it's really kind of sweet, fan arty.
The feels. Oh,
and because of that news, I got back into Marvel Netflix because I watched Daredevil season 3 in a day, and my God. Amazing, absolutely. If anyone hasn't watched,
you need to see it.
I'm gonna wait because you need to see it, and then we're gonna literally go in-depth review of season 3. Oh my God, it is my favourite.
Are we gonna do 1 and 2 as well?
Yeah,
we already did it. Huh?
Yeah, we'll do it all.
Yeah, we'll do it all. Yeah.
But it's my favourite season of any Marvel Netflix show.
Right. Okay.
And then I haven't seen them all, which is why I then watched season 1 and 2 of Jessica Jones. Yeah. Like, it's good. A lot of the issues that it does.
First or 2, season 1, series 2, which better? Jessica.
For me, season 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Pure David Tennant level, because he is Kilgrave is horrible.
Maniacal, sick fuck.
He's a horrible villain.
He's a sick.
And it's the fact that you can't sort of escape him, like what he does, because then he just talks, and then you're just under his control.
Yeah, he doesn't even just say anything. He just
gets his mum to kill herself. Yeah. But I like the sort of Batman Arkham Asylum thing, like Arkham Knight sort of feel of, spoilers for that game, where Joker is in Batman's head. Like, you get that with Jessica and Kilgrave in season 2. That's quite funny because the way that they play that is quite. You've seen it, haven't you?
No, it's no.
Oh well, ruin that.
Spoilers.
But then it was confirmed he was in it. But he does sort of he's sort of like in her head, and it's cool, sort of like fun, that exchange between them.
Speaking of Arkham Knight, going off topic a little bit and going to the rival franchise, Detective Comics, one of the original DC comic series, the Arkham Knight is making his debut in issue 1000.
Yeah.
But originally for the Arkham Knight game, Rocksteady said, like, have you played it? Oh.
I've played bits. I haven't.
Do you know who the Arkham Knight is?
I've found out once, but I've forgotten.
Okay, because Rocksteady said before the game came out it was going to be a brand new character to the Batman universe. Blah, 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 blah. Spoilers. 80% of the game, it's revealed to be Jason Todd. Do you know Jason Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
Dickhead Robin, Red Hood.
Yeah.
Except now in this Detective Comics thing, issue 1000, they're suggesting that it's actually going to be a different, like a new character.
Yeah.
We obviously don't know who, but that's just a thing I read literally this morning. Is that the Arkham Knight's returning, and it might not be Jason Todd. Because something got leaked, and it was like, But back to whatever we were talking about. So I just thought I could get the Arkham Knight sponsor cheap plug in there, because it's somewhat relevant, but...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Jessica Kilgrave, Joker.
Jessica Kilgrave, that was nice.
Yeah.
I find that there is a lot of the issues that they deal with, like in terms of like women being mistreated, raped, and stuff like that, is very well dealt with. I just feel like there's some points where, because you get that sort of Netflix log, even where it's like too long, especially with the Marvel shows more than anything, which is why they cut Iron Fist down to 10 episodes of season 2. But
yeah,
it's so, like there is it's good, it's good television. There is good story there. It's just hard to get to the good point sometimes.
Yes, I couldn't even get past the first episode. It's just season 2 of Jessica, season 2 of Luke, all the season 2s of everything after Defenders, and even Punisher. I could not watch. There's something about I just cannot watch.
Well, you're going to have to.
Daredevil, I want to watch. Daredevil's the only one I really do want to see.
I think you should, when you go home, watch Daredevil season 3, episode 1, and then
Understood. And then I'll see what the fuck I've missed on.
Well, because I'm sort of been out of
the whole Netflix universe.
I've not Daredevil's the only one that I've made sure I watched, because when it was the first one to come out, I watched all of that. Watched season 2. Been meaning to watch the others. Watched Defenders. Haven't really felt an urge until this week.
Yeah.
To actually get into it, which has been fun. Currently on Luke Cage season 1, episode 4. My God, that show's fun, but I know that it's not going to last. I know that it's going to be up and down.
It's 13 episodes though.
Yeah.
Because I think it's around. Do you want me to just give you a warning?
I know that there's a thing that happens in the middle, I think the villain gets killed and then it goes down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what episode that is roughly.
It's the middle somewhere, isn't it? It sort of comes out of nowhere.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. You get to a certain point, like you say, he goes, he falls flat. Tiny bit.
But enjoyed it. It's a different feel. It's grabbed my attention a lot faster than Jessica Jones did, because a lot of that is sort of slow build of Jessica Jones.
Called Daredevil?
Luke Cage.
I'm saying
compared I've watched Daredevil, I know I like it, but
yeah.
Going into Jessica Jones, it was, it's a slow build up with that kind of thing, and setting the thing, and then it's when you know what's happening, just go, you're like, oh shit, the stakes are quite high.
Yeah.
But then with Luke Cage, it sort of hit me first episode of the stuff
because he's like a gangster. He's like a.
It is almost like The Wire with superheroes. It's great because the thing that got me was it's towards the end of the episode where he gets punched in the jaw and you see the man's wrist break and the bone come through.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's when I was like, yeah, this is great. And then obviously when spoilers, Pop dies in episode 2. Hashtag not over it.
Yeah.
But so far, yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm going to beam through that season 1 and 2. I'm going to try. Well, I'm going to have to get through Iron Fist, and I'll do Punisher, and then I'm going to rewatch Defenders with my newfound knowledge of having seen them.
And education, yeah.
But what I will say is, Daredevil season 3 will knock your socks off. It is amazing. I'm sure you've heard about the prison fight scene.
Nope.
There's a fight scene in the prison that's a one shot.
Oh, is it? Oh.
And it is so well, it appears one shot. We don't know if there's any edits in there, but my God, it's amazing. People are constantly. Charlie Cox just is so good.
He is Daredevil.
And Vincent D'Onofrio is as terrifying as ever.
I forget he's in Series 3 as well, isn't he? Kingpin.
Oh, he is. Kingpin is in season 3.
Yeah,
Don't you worry about it.
He's in it.
There's a nice tweet that's it makes me sad that this version of Kingpin will never face off against Spider-Man. And Vincent D'Onofrio quoted a tweet and said, "Who says not?"
Oh.
That would be nice. That Kingpin against Spidey. That
MCU. What is in Tom Holland Spider Boy
against Tom Holland Spider
Old Man Vinny?
Against Old Man Vinny.
Old Man Vinny. Okay.
I would watch the fuck out of that.
Oh. Come on, Vinny, make it happen.
That would be great.
Make it happen. Dang.
Now I just have to catch up with all the Marvel shows. I'll wait for S.H.I.E.L.D. to end before I get back into that. That's too long.
I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I haven't watched it since season 1. And then it was Sam. I was like, Sam Jackson.
What is it on? 7, 8,
6. 6 is the last one.
Oh, it's the last one.
Yeah, they said they're ending it, which is nice.
Well, okay,
because I think there's only so much story
they can do. Yeah.
Inhumans with 8 episodes and.
Did you watch? Yeah, I did watch it. Well, it wasn't that bad. It was dull to all the rest.
And then we still got the Runaways, Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't watched them. Yeah.
No. Apparently, Runaways is really good actually. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Did you watch The Gifted?
No.
Sort of a spin-off of the X-Men. It's set in the X-Men.
Have you seen Legion?
No.
Legion is fantastic. That's on
Fox.
Something. Sky, I think.
It should be on Netflix.
It's great. It's on, I think, Now TV. They had the box set. It's great. Legion is super. And then they tease, obviously, because he's
somewhat
Charles Xavier's son. But then, like,
Oh, is he?
yeah, that's the character that he's playing, but he doesn't know that he's a mutant, and he just thinks he's got like
Oh,
personality.
okay. I knew it was
disorder and
somewhat set. I didn't know it was
stuff like that.
Xavier's son.
And they tease a certain bald professor.
Oh.
But which version will we get?
Oh no. Oh.
I'm saying that having only watched season 1 and like.
Because there is a season 2 of that, isn't there?
Is that out now?
Must be.
Must be. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I could.
It's hard. There's so many shows. It's hard to catch up.
And some of them are connected to the films, and some of them aren't.
Well, like,
Which is
I
irritating.
just wanted one bit in Infinity War where you saw the Defenders. Like,
Exactly. Even if it's in the Vision or something. Yeah.
Just
Like.
Iron Fist disintegrating into dust,
Yes.
which you did anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been great. No, all you needed was like say like because you've got like the shot with I'm sure I probably said this crap loads of times. I repeat myself a lot. You know the post-credit scene where it's Nick Fury. You have that, but you have that in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And then you just see like Matt Murdock and like Foggy or something, and then you see like Foggy disappearing and like Matt because I'd love to see them.
Definitely.
Charlie
Yeah,
Cox is the most able. I reckon if there was a Daredevil movie, Charlie Cox could carry that
easily. Yeah. It's 5.
Jessica Jones, I think, is such a character that's sort of. I think she lends herself better to television than she does to film. I think.
Yeah, I can't see it just a
would,
movie.
I reckon there's argument for a Defenders movie. I think there's argument
Possibly.
for a Heroes for Hire movie. I don't think this version of Iron Fist could work on its own.
No,
Anyway,
because it didn't. Yeah, but no.
I think it did. It just was. I
It
think
was
if you'd
the
have got another, I
ratings,
think if you
wasn't
got, I think if you would have got another season of that, then maybe
it could have really picked itself up.
because there was a lot. I know that there's a lot of sort of unanswered things that you'll never.
I understand Series 2 got good.
Yeah,
and
and
it sort of ends on a really
yeah,
good
people say,
cliffhanger.
people said season 2 was really good. It's just like I think the backdraft from season 1 being so slow was what
the
sort of-
downfall. I heard it was so good it ends on a major cliffhanger, but
yeah,
we
'cause
ain't
it
never going to
teases,
get
it
it.
teases to this. But hopefully that continues in the Heroes for Hire.
Please. Yeah, please. Kevin,
Okay.
Stan from the Afterlife, please have some input.
Yeah.
Please.
Do your thing, Stan. I'd love to see Daredevil. Oh, Daredevil and Spider-Man against like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
Yes.
Make him.
It's the animated series all over again.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
That's
The other thing that was trending when Stanley tragically passed
was.
the Detective Pikachu trailer.
Oh,
Did you watch that?
no. I don't know Pokemon. Fuck Pikachu.
I'm gonna say like
Fuck Pokemon.
yes, I'm seeing this film.
Film?
Yeah, it's a Detective Pikachu film with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
What, but that's the Nintendo Switch game then? That's Detective Pikachu. What the fuck is
No,
that called?
that's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu edition. Pokemon Let's Go.
But Pikachu's getting a film.
Well, no, the whole Pokemon universe is getting a film because it's all live action. It's great. You need to see the trailer for Detective Pikachu.
What?
Yes.
No, I'm not. What? I heard about the Pikachu Nintendo Switch bollocks, but I never heard that they were making a shitty film about them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you see the Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu, and it's
I am looking this shit up.
this guy hires Detective Pikachu to find his dad or something like that.
Detective. What the video game?
Oh, yeah, it must have
Pokemon
been.
Detective Pikachu. 2019. I don't know nothing about Pokemon, but it's just I heard about it so many times. It might not be shit. I will eventually get to
Look at
watching it.
look at that's
Oh, that's not Pikachu.
that's Jigglypuff. That's Pikachu.
Yeah, oh, I see. Okay, yeah, good.
It all looks great in live action. And Ryan Reynolds is cool.
Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu.
How come I've not seen any trailers for this? Is it?
It came out the other day. It literally came out the day Stan Lee died.
I don't follow Pokemon. First live action film based on Pokemon franchise. Ryan Reynolds. Justice League. How the heck have I not heard this?
I don't know how you
Even people at work go on about Pokemon all the freaking time.
And you still haven't heard of it.
What the fuck? I'm actually Detective Pikachu video game. In the 3D. What the hell is this? I swear I heard it was a Pikachu game that was coming out. Not a film. Alright, sorry viewers, on that note, I'm traumatised. I think I might be the next Stan Lee and see you, Excelsior, you know.
He's just turned it to dust.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Wow. Okay.
So, I can't believe you didn't know about the picture trailer. It's
Nope.
It looks like it's actually going to be a lot of fun, and actually that world works, sort of. But we shall see. As with anything, we shall see.
Netflix was an accident. I apologise on behalf of the Marvel Netflix viewers for not watching the other season 2s, but Pikachu, I'm not apologising for it at all. I stayed away from Pokemon because everyone I know just kept going on about it. But it's now in my face.
Are you kind of regretting that you've ever stayed away from it?
No, I wanted to stay away. I don't want it in my face.
Stay away.
And now, like, my life has changed in this moment. Like, I don't know. I'm a changed man. I said in a couple of episodes ago, I grew up because I finally watch horror movies, but now Pokemon's in my life, and I think I'm going to go back to that scared little child I've always been. I can't take it, George. I cannot fucking take it.
Oh dear. No, Petty.
Oh, Pikachu fucking G.
Pikachu.
That's exactly why I didn't watch it, because I just hated that voice.
No, but Ryan Reynolds is basically PG-13 Deadpool.
Okay.
He's like, wait, you can understand me?
So he's playing himself?
He's basically his own voice,
Oh.
just as Pikachu.
What?
So he's just voicing Pikachu as himself. Like, he's not putting on like a... No, one of the first things he does is like, I know you can't understand me. So he's like signing it out to the boy who can actually understand him. Like, I know you can't understand me, but if you do, I will electrocute you. And just points at his tail. And he goes, okay. And like, wait, you can understand me? Oh my god.
Oh.
That's going to be fun.
Sounds better than I thought then, but I mean...
It does, because I didn't think a lot of it when they talked about it, and I was like, this film doesn't sound serious. Like, it doesn't sound it's actually happening. But I recommend you watch the trailer when you get home. Then watch Dead of Season 5.
Expect me next episode, I'll be into Pokemon and I'll regret everything I've said in this episode.
You're going to catch them all.
Yeah. Pokemon Go,
Did you never play Pokemon as a kid?
Not properly, no.
Really? Not like the card? You never collected cards?
Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
was
that was
mine.
fun. Did you ever the deck sleeve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I did. GX. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon
GX.
did it first. You know, Pokemon was better. Because it
Or
was
Digimon,
original.
bitch.
Digimon was after Pokemon.
Well, I don't care, but Digimon was still just as good.
Digimon, digital monsters, something.
Some justice, no? I can't remember where it was.
Childhood was great.
It was simple.
Didn't have to pay bills. Life wasn't depressing. And our
No
heroes
one
didn't die.
No one died, no.
Everyone that did, we just didn't really care about it.
Who?
Ooh. Yeah, say that again, boy. Yes. Now we've said that, I really hope that Tom Baker doesn't die.
No.
That's all the energy that we put into saving Stan Lee.
Wait, how old is he?
I want to say, hang on.
Stanley's 95.
74.
Stanley's the holding record at the moment, is he?
For famous old person, I don't know. There's probably...
Sounds bad.
Tom Baker, I want to say, is 83.
84! 80 fucking 4.
I am so good.
Alright, Tom Baker.
All our energy must go into preserving him.
If you somehow listen to this...
We need to do the Dormammu chant from Doctor Strange and draw energy from the dark dimension and power Tom Baker.
Yes. He must be the curator.
I'd be great at curating. I'd be. Well, maybe if he did pass away, they might re-release the Tom Baker box set and you might actually get it.
I know, because that's basically
your
non-existent. That's non-existent.
Tom must sacrifice himself to give you the box set.
And make it not limited edition.
Speaking of the box set, how do you feel that Peter Davison has been... You know, we're on the Doctor Who tangent now.
Yeah.
Has Peter Davison box set delayed?
Well, just like Pikachu, I didn't know until you told me off camera, so, I mean...
I got an email that was like, we're so sorry, such and such.
Probably I did, but I
But then, because a lot of people were tweeting about it, like, they've got that email, but then that was a good, 4 or 5 days before I got mine, so I was like, is it happening? And then I finally got it, because I know that kind of stuff. On a mass level, with emailing everyone is like...
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. So when I got it, I was like, fair enough, we knew that.
Yeah.
December the 10th, just in time, it'll be a nice little Christmas present.
It would be.
The only thing is, it being delayed into that Christmas thing, it means that it's at risk Because you know, like
What?
how if you order something too late on Amazon, you know that it's not coming in time for Christmas. It's sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on the edge
it might.
because they have to
Oh, I
distribute
see.
everything
Yeah.
to by the 10th for all those people.
Maybe I don't know. Just not cutting you off, but suddenly like no Christmas special this year. Maybe it's
Oh,
more
that's
of a
me.
Christmassy move.
Mm.
For the lack of special, maybe they're just not doing it obviously on Christmas Day like Christmas.
Also,
like
then
you say,
over Christmas you get that, and then you have the New Year's.
to make up for the lack of special. Maybe.
Conor, I know you. How do you feel about the no Christmas special? Because
I mean,
if you haven't heard, there is no, for the first time in 13 years, no episode of Doctor Who on Christmas Day. Instead, it's New Year's Day. We've Sherlocked it.
oh, what? It is new. I thought it was cancelled altogether.
No, it's New Year's Day.
Okay, Christmas is still Christmas. Alright. I thought it was just completely cancelled. As in they were missing this year. But alright, it's
No.
New Year's Day then.
But then apparently that might be the only episode we get in 2019 because obviously we don't know if they're
About these shooting and...
Series 12 in 2020, which I hope not, because I think
No.
they've worked so hard to get the ratings back up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
have you
you
seen the last couple? They've dropped again.
Well, no, they've dropped it. Then you're going to get that drop anyway. But like the thing is, they're comparing the overnight figures to the 7-day figures of other episodes. Like you get like nearly 11 million for the 7-day figures
For the live the broadcast.
Thingy, whereas you're getting like these ones are still outperforming by a couple of million the overnights for Series 10, which all got like 3 or 4.
I see. Yeah.
So the 7-day figures, I think if the average was like 7.5, I think you can qualify that as like that's a success. Like the first 4 episodes getting over 8 million in views. First time since 2008, Series 4 at the height of David Tennant, and you've still got keyboard warriors saying that this is the end. This is PC Doctor Who losing view figures.
This is the best of going all over again.
Yeah. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in touring.
No, all I say it's not the same show. I'm just annoyed that I've spent all my money to collect the Blu-ray box sets, and yet next year they're probably going to get it all in 4K. And then
I don't think there's any point in 4K in it.
Oh, well, season 11 onwards.
I don't think season 11 will be 4K.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe. Not sure.
I've pre-ordered the Steelbook of Series 11, so it's fine.
I don't think I've even ordered Series 11. I've just... Arachnids in the UK. Okay. So, the episode 5, the Conundrum. Man getting pregnant. No. Sorry. No, that just...
I mean, we're going to get into this later, but...
It bored me.
I was very uninterested and indifferent towards Demons of the Punjab.
On my own... What? Demons of the Punjab?
Yeah.
Honestly, I watched that today. I thought it was alright. I didn't like the beginning, but it got better.
We're going to get into that.
How dare you?
We'll save that for the end, because that's the Doctor Who section.
Yeah, well, we're kind of in it, but anyway.
But people moaning about the viewing figures, shut up. But speaking of people moaning, we're going to do this quick review, then get into Doctor Who. We just saw Johnny English Strikes Again, a sequel that we never expected, wanted, or asked for.
Hell no!
But my God, do we deserve it?
What a blast from the past! Because
Johnny English, the first one was 2002.
I don't remember seeing.
The second one, Johnny English Reborn, was 2011. They all feel different, and they all. I think the benefit of a long gap between sequels helps.
It does help.
It does help, because then you're like, oh yeah, because like you're not gonna. It's not a great film. You're not gonna go out thinking I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
No, but
you have so much fun.
Better worthwhile flick. No, it was. I kind of forgot that I saw it already. So this is like my second viewing, but it was definitely better tonight than it was the first time, because I just seeing him on the dance floor and him being him, and just everything was just. It was just. I want to say Mr. Bean. I know it ain't Mr. Bean, but
it's just Rowan Atkinson. It's what Rowan Atkinson does best.
So he doesn't really do any other role justice. I know he was Doctor Who in that special.
The Curse of the Fatal Death.
The bit of non-canon.
The first thing that Stephen Moffat ever wrote.
Yeah, how the fuck did he get
Those are the days.
How the fuck did he get kicked off?
The sofa of reasonable comfort. There's something sort of fundamentally British about Rowan Atkinson and his performances. You just feel sort of like it's a throwback without it being a throwback.
Yeah, he is a throwback. Throwback. No, he was just. It was cool. Better than I thought. I kind of want to see the first 2 Johnny English films because I think I saw the second one, like you said, 2011. Oh, I'm getting confused with Mr. Bean's Holiday because I say it's the same fucking twat. I get confused with Mr. Bean. Maybe I didn't see Johnny English then. I don't know.
Maybe you just saw Rowan Atkinson just in life.
Somewhere, yeah. Up in Kent.
So the plot of... Because we're going to start doing this properly now. The plot of Johnny English Strikes Again is that the MI7 gets hacked
by
someone. We don't know who, scare quotes, that we find out later, was the guy that's too charming for
I
words.
wonder who he can be.
And basically,
Obviously not the villain.
he or she, the person uncovers all the agents in MI7, so they have to use old ones. And where is Johnny English? Teaching at a private school.
Yeah, I can't
It's meant to be geography, but he's teaching spy lessons because
to a bunch of little
kids. As he puts it in the film, scouting potential future
talent.
Talent, yeah.
Yeah, he was talent. Yeah, scanning out for future talents.
Which is a funny little thing because when it starts, like he's taking them out like for espionage things in the woods, and he falls into like a man trap and teaches them camouflage and the drinking thing.
But it's just like
tonight.
It's just a normal lesson. It's just
as far as they know, he's teaching them geography and about oxbow lakes and
like
normal
stuff like that. School everyday to day stuff. Except these kids are being possibly used by the secret spy agencies one day. It's just, weird, but it works.
Even though but he's scouting them off his own back. They're not asked him to do that, as we find out.
No.
The return of Ben Miller as Boff, because he was in the first one.
Oh, Boff.
Which is because that's a great partnership between those two. Emma Thompson is the Prime Minister, which screamed at me a lot of Theresa May political satire.
Yeah,
do you have any idea what it's like being me? Every time I do something, then it just explodes in my face. Right? It's very... Especially over what's happened, over the last day with Brexit. It's very sort of on the nose of, every time I do something right, something else goes wrong. Except Theresa May doesn't do anything right.
Very PC. No. Was it a U or PG, this film?
PG, I think.
Yeah, for a PG film, it was very...
Well, the first word of the film is bollocks.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Bollocks.
When a guy's playing Temple Run 4 years out of date.
Yeah. That's a bit of a meme in itself. Who the hell still plays Temple Run?
But then it was sort of the nice sort of message it did is it's okay to do things the old way, but also use modern technology because it's the enemy in this one is a hacker. So Johnny English. He claims purposefully.
He doesn't want to use it.
Doesn't want to use new technology. But he also does, as you know from previous Johnny English films, everything happens by accident. It accidentally goes the way he wants it to.
But then, the ending was clever because he actually does destroy, if you like, the hacker's device, the mobile phone, and he gets his sort of message across that he doesn't need.
You don't need technology, you do it your way.
You can't beat the old school or whatever. Yeah. He didn't say
the old school, that's the message. Sometimes the old ways are the best. But there's this American guy.
What's his name?
Volta.
Yeah, Volta with a V.
Yeah, he runs this data collection sort of program, and then
basically your Google, your Bing,
yeah,
like search engine kind of thing.
Yeah, the Steve Jobs of this world, but for data. And with the hacks, it's we know the government's in a position where they've got to try and make a radical solution, and they choose him to run security, and surprise, surprise, he's the bad guy.
Basically, as opposed to helping the government, he basically wants the world to sign a legal contract so that he can control everything. Yeah, it's rather than use Google, use Bing. It's just on his servers, his thing.
Friends
he wants to rule the world. No internet, just Voltanet. He didn't call it Voltron. I don't know.
Age of Voltron.
Ultron. Yeah, just on his own server so he can control everything. That's basically the plot of his grand scheme.
Mm.
But then you have good old Mr. Bean, Johnny English himself, stopping him. What can go wrong?
Mm.
Everything. Because he is just a clumsy, clumsy, clumsy sod.
Because there are some great laughs in it.
Mm.
I think the favourite for me is you get like a lot of the sort of it's very still parody of like the James Bond thing of like all the gadgets and that. And they make jokes about like health and safety and that, and sort of veganism, and you know, with like the loaves of bread like gluten free that he beat someone to with in the VR thing, and you know, this gun usage may contain traces of nuts and stuff, like all it's like little things like that. But then they do the setting up of, because they get given all these things and he chooses the old car and boss going through them saying what this is, and then they get this little vial that's like, oh, those are the pills that like give you like complete alertness, that it's like sticking your finger in a socket. Also, and then like they're in the same bottle but they're different coloured, like, and then the other side is like, oh, so these must be the deep sleeping ones. Oh, we should probably label those, and you know that at some point that's going to come into you know, it's going to be a bit of a mix-up, which there is, because when being stalked by, I don't remember her name, but she was a Bond girl in...
Yeah, she was.
Solace.
She was, yeah, that girl.
Olga.
Olga. Curie. Olga Curie. It's called Olga Curie.
She's like going to, because she thinks he's like one of the best because he's using an undercover name of Basil. What's his face? Boff's going under the name of Colin. Like he's trying to sleep and he's picking the pills, and you know what one he's going to pick, and she's about to sneak into his room and kill him, and he just boots the door open because obviously he's taking the high energy pills instead of the sleeping ones. Knocks her out, and then he's just dancing
on the dance floor. The rude sandstorm out of all songs.
And then and she's trying to kill him during the dances, and then like he like throws her on the floor, knocks her out, and just dances. And then it cuts to the morning, and he's still dancing. And then like you see him getting like energy
all night. The fucker didn't stop for a second.
Like, he had an all nighter, and then like Boff comes in, like they turn the DJ, because the DJ's asleep with the decks, the music's still playing. Takes the needle off, like it's still going, and he carries on dancing. And then she's like, well, "What are we waiting for?" And then and then like drives to MI7. Like it talks like going over 130, and it's like, you should slow down. And then,
what?
And then he gets to the thing and like just like the energy crash, and he's just asleep, just like.
He explains to MI7 what's going on, and as he's about to speak, the first word that comes out of his mouth is "well."
Just falls asleep.
Passes out. You had Mr. I keep calling him Mr. Fucking Bean. Johnny English teaching a driving student how to drive with his
hands tied behind. That was very clever, because it's not sort of been done before.
I can remember
chase in a learner's car.
It's very clever. But he just shows you don't need your hands to steer.
Classic.
Yeah, the dance floor scene, it did crack me up. But the virtual reality scene, he basically gets, I don't know whether it was an Oculus Rift or HTC, or if it was just a knockoff headset.
We'll call it an unbranded VR headset.
No, copyrighted headset. He's in a virtual room, and there's this floor that he's meant to unlock. And basically, the whole point is that he hasn't had to move a footstep. He can all do it just by staying on the board. Yeah. Except, of course, the clumsy idiot who's showing him all the gadgets, like the Q, if you like, of Johnny English.
He even has a badge that says P on it, which is quite...
P, that's it. Yeah, P is meant to show Johnny how it all works. He goes off to get something. Of course, he leaves the floorboard locked. And Johnny, just being impatient, puts the VR headset on, and he decides to go for a little wander. But he's thinking that he's activated the treadmill thing, except he actually goes on, kicks the door open, because the film sort of cuts to him in the VR headset, quite detailed, and you can see what he's got to do. But then you'll see him like walking across the road. He'll get tooted at, but in all meanwhile, he doesn't hear nothing because he's so immersed in the VR. He slides across the table in the VR, knocks a guy in the head, but in reality, he's in a library. He slides across the table, super quiet library, and then gets a book, whacks the fucker in the head.
So the mix-up is that he ends up going around London thinking that he's on the VR treadmill.
And he just does whatever the fuck he wants. He has to crouch and be stealthy. So he crosses pelican zebra crossing on his hands and knees like a dog. And all the cars are just looking at him. And you see the people's faces going, what the fuck is he doing? And then it ends up with him in a bread cafe shop, getting weapons in his hands, but his weapons being the baguette. The manager of the shop's like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of the shop.
He just beats him up.
And he literally whack, 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 whack. Guess the theme tune. Yeah, and he just ends up... No, Family Guy. No, he just ends up whacking the guy with breadsticks. And they don't break. They don't fucking break.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it?
They don't break, yeah. If I got breadsticks, if I picked them up, they'll just flop. How did he get them to stay?
I know, because it's a movie and it's not real.
I know, but still.
Johnny
Plot
English,
holes, people, plot holes.
Johnny English, a hell of a lot of fun. It's not the greatest film you'll ever see, but my God, you'll enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rate it a
4K.
strong 7 out of 10.
Second time viewing, I'd give it an 8. It was just better this time around. I totally forgot about some of the things, but so good. So I didn't even think it was going to be worth a second watch, but then I sort of proved myself wrong, so I'm glad I went. It was like, yeah, it's good.
It was
really good.
Very good, very, very good. So, should we round the corner onto the home straight and let's round this up by talking about this week's Doctor Who? And before we sign off, episode 6 of series 11, Demons of the Punjab.
Yeah.
Why don't you go first, because you're more positive than me?
Normally it's the other way around.
It's not that I didn't like it.
Well, sure.
Well, no, I didn't.
Sure.
No, it was just okay. You loved it.
Well, I didn't love it, but the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes is your average Doctor talking to the companions, doing exposition dialogue.
Felt very Father's Day.
What, the episode or the beginning?
The beginning.
Oh, you did, yeah. I can't remember exactly what.
What's your point in having a mate at the time if you can't go back and see your nan?
Yes. Yeah, because that's why the whole episode happens. Because Yaz is like, yo, Doctor, I'm a bitch. I need some character background. Can I go see my nana, please? Doctor's like, yeah, crikey, sure. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Going to see the Punjab granny, you know?
The Punjab granny.
The Punjab granny.
Jesus Christ.
Why the fuck not? 1947 India.
Partition of India.
I didn't even know it was a thing. That's probably what made me enjoy it, because I didn't really know what it was about.
Was that the same for you as Rosa?
India. Kind of. I don't know. I think Rosa was slightly better, but I felt educated. And that's probably
I felt educated, but I feel like... So the plot is, you know, Nanny Umri gives...
Yaz wants to see her nana.
At her birthday, gives Yaz a broken watch, and the Doctor uses that in the telepathic circuits to go and visit her nan, but they arrive too early. It's before, and they find out she was married to a different man than her granddad.
Yaz has never heard of.
Which is nice, because Yaz is very against it, like, that's not my granddad, but then when it comes to, you know, he has to die, the Doctor's like, no, he has to die, otherwise she never becomes your nan. If she stays with him,
you'll never be you.
Yaz won't be born.
Yeah, Yaz never exists.
Which is a nice touch, but the thing that I wanted from this episode
is
I wanted more character development from Yaz. We got some, we didn't get as much as I think we should. And because when you get the synopsis of, like, it's 47, the partition of India, the thing that came to my head was, oh, so it's going to be sort of like Rosa then, like that kind of thing. So then I was expecting that quality of storytelling, but I just don't think you got that.
No.
Because they didn't really get into the partition of India. Like, that's almost a backdrop, and, like, yes, it plays a part in the characters, like the motivations of
the brother,
Prem's brother.
Yeah,
like neither do I. Let's just call him Harry Potter. Like him.
Yes.
He, like, in his actions, and then, like, Prem being against it, like, no, like, I'll marry who I want. So Prem was sort of all about that. But then I expected more, and then, like, the alien thing being there was, yeah, you could have done without it, but then obviously when his head rises up into the assortment of him, into the sort, I like that, because then it's like it shows, because obviously
they weren't the baddies at all.
No,
the aliens were.
Turns out
the demons.
Then you could have got when the demons were themselves all along, because millions of people lost their lives in the past of India. So that's, they said they've changed from sessions. They're coming to, you know, honour those in death who are alone, which is good. It's just like you don't see sort of the conflict because you're on the outskirts.
Yeah, because
I think it promised a lot and delivered.
I totally get what you mean, because basically the whole episode was, Doctor, I want to see my nan. They go to India. They find out that Yaz's nan is with another man that isn't her granddad, blah, 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 blah. Then, like you say, the whole partition of India suddenly gets brought up for no reason.
And the doctor says it as soon as they arrive, but then it's on the radio, and then nothing sort of happens. Like, they know where the boundaries are.
And then nothing. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I do get that. And then the brother turns into a... Yeah, he sort of just turns into it because he's like, no, this isn't what he
Well, no, because they believe, because obviously that's their culture, and that's the way they believe. Like, I get that.
Yeah, because the girl was a Muslim and they're, like, Hindi, I suppose. Sorry to offend, but I don't...
Yeah, I think that's it, because they come from different religious backgrounds, so that's how they sort of just segregate.
Because she's saying her house was in the Pakistan section, Pakistan border.
Yeah, the Pakistan border that they drew up, and
I get that. Yeah, all of that. No, I totally get that. Like I say, that was foreshadowed, like backtracked.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the whole episode really was about Yaz's nan and Yaz, but then Yaz herself, like you say, didn't develop, because I think Graham had the best lines in it.
Graham was great. Like, it's just Bradley Walsh, he's just amazing. Like, when he knows that Prem's going to die and he has to still send him to his wedding, he's like he's
that
crying,
speech as well, and then he gives as well.
The doctor's speech about, like when she's officiating the ceremony. That's
nice.
That's very Heartland-esque and sort of like.
Well, he even says when she says at the beginning, "Oh, this is what happens when I'm nice." She gets it. I felt very sort of Colin Baker vibes from it because she's doing
very
it.
Eccleston-y, because like she's like, this is why I don't do it, because like when he says in Father's Day, which is like another sort of, I think the closest one you can compare it to, when he's like, I did it again, I picked another stupid because like you offer time spaces, you always want something in return, like something along those lines.
I see. Yeah.
It's very much like that, but Yaz just didn't do a lot again.
No, she basically was sitting there with her granny.
It was so
true. Yeah, she didn't do a lot. No. In hindsight, you've opened my eyes. She didn't do a lot. No.
And this was like the one episode where it's like, oh, it's her family, so she's gonna do
everything. Yeah, she did.
And she doesn't. She's just like sort of like, yeah, I'll help. Like and the thing is, she's trying to get involved, but the script's just sort of not letting her. Because when you've had that much development on, like Graham is amazing, Ryan is great. And
Ryan Sinclair is no longer Sinclair; he's just Ryan now.
Oh, Ryan and Graham are amazing, but I think having a crew that big,
Yaz's nan. And what's his name? Like the person that she marries, I can't remember his name. Prem. They get more development than.
Oh, you learn a lot about which should make you feel more like, because then you have that sort of bookend at the end when she's back with her nan and she's like, her nan's going to tell her the story.
That was a nice ending. I like that.
I like that. And Yaz is like, "Oh, just tell me another time," because that's nice. But it's been 6 fucking episodes, and what is it?
And feeling nothing. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's not like Mandip Gill is doing a bad job.
No.
It's just she is not being given anything.
No. Just join ITV instead. Leave the BBC. Go to the ITV spin-off of Doctor Who. Doctor Who. And be a star in that.
No, don't do that.
Sorry.
I want them to go, because the thing is, like, everything they've given to Yaz, like, Yaz has got the short straw and everything. Her family haven't been effective, whereas Grace, God love Grace, was effective in episode 1.
Yes.
And you felt for her, and that death is still being felt, and the relationship is growing between Graham and Ryan. It's changing.
You'll see how it ends, because they're sort
of
friendly.
And you know how it will end with like them accepting each other as family, which you sort of get like hints of in the Arachnids in the UK, but like, I don't like him saying not proper family. Like, you get hints of that, and that's just going to build hopefully into the finale, and whatever happens in the New Year special when the Daleks probably in it.
Sontarans. Yeah.
Not fucking Sontarans.
Series 12, Sontarans confirmed.
But like, just make Yaz do something, Chivers, please. I know you didn't write this. This was when the back half. So this is mainly guest writer territory, because there's 5 out of the 5 episodes. It's 4 guest writers.
7, 8, 9, and then 10.
10 is Chibnall.
Yeah. So now we're getting into like the new era of the writing,
which will make or break it. Because we said, like, it's been sort of sturdy. That first half was almost Chibnall sort of just setting the course for the ship.
It took me out of the show.
Yeah, getting the basic viewers in, just getting the general audience unalienated. Because whether we like it or not, the Capaldi era alienated a lot of the casual viewer, and he's got that back up. He sort of left it on a course, and now it's, can it work with new writers? Which Mallory Blackman smashed it out of the fucking park on the first episode, and with a similar premise, you expect Demons of the Punjab to have that high level
Yeah.
quality.
Oh yeah.
I think it would do better on repeat viewings, but I just didn't
No, I
feel
think-
it. It was one of those episodes. No episode has been terrible, but they're all so average. They're all so basic.
Episode 2 and 5 are the weakest. Ghost.
I'd say
Evans,
Arachnid is weaker than
Man pregnant thing was crap.
I had more fun in
Pregnant
Saranga Conundrum than I did in Arachnids, because I think Arachnids was very sort of just.
I didn't have any fun in Man pregnant. Or is it Surgeon Conundrum? Is it what?
No, but I like sort of
Pregnant Man. That's what I call it.
Saranga Conundrum when Graham's like, oh, I've seen all the episodes of Call Midwife, how hard can it be? And he's just throwing himself in like that sort of like. There was fun little bits of that. There was fun bits with the Doctor. There was like. It's still, but I feel like a lot of people have said that Chibnall does take into account with a second series, so hopefully he irons all that out in series 12.
No, see that episode 1, obviously the one to set it all up, but I still felt little bits were missing from that. It weren't your 11 battle.
Oh, yeah,
We've said this loads of times. Episode 2, I did not feel, and I got lost and
I liked
zoned
it
out.
better than episode 1, but only because it was sort of like a different plot that we hadn't really seen as like a space race. But I think we should have seen more of the space race than just the end.
On repeat's probably better. Rosa is the best still. Rosa
Near
was still the
perfection.
best. Arachnid's very
Exactly.
not good, not
they were
bad.
very meh.
Just Pregnant Man, I just wasn't keen on it. I just don't know. It bored me.
No,
the last 5 minutes made it when you're like, oh, I will become a daddy after all. It's like, oh, typical sod. Because he's like, oh, I can't look after a kid. I can't raise a kid. And he's like, oh, give it away. And the Doctor does his speech, or her speech. And he's like, oh, I will become a daddy. It's like, yeah, typical bloke. I don't know, he didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
And there's
Punjab,
demons
yeah.
of the Punjab. I don't know. He started off like that, but then when the demons weren't demons,
Oh yeah, it got better when they weren't.
it
the end,
grew.
because it was
It went better.
confusing. It was like, what's
I
happening?
even said to Mum today, I'm like, oh, I've got to watch Doctor Who because I'm a podcast or something, but I don't really want to. Because I used to get home from work on a Sunday, put on episode 1, 2 and 3. It got to Arachnids and I didn't bother. Episode 5, like last week, I didn't bother. This one, Punjab, I didn't bother. But I feel like I'm not just watching it because I want to watch it as a fan. I feel like I've got to watch it because it's our main topic of discussion. But then
You
I'm
feel
glad
like
I
you're
did
contractually
today.
obliged.
Well, kind of, yeah, for you viewers.
You one viewer.
Yeah, he actually knows what we're going on about. No, but like, I'm glad I did it today to watch Punjab. But the other two, I've been like, ugh,
Not bothered.
no. I'd say this new one, was it Kablam?
That
Robot?
looks fun.
He looks odd, funny. Just
It looks like sort of like spacey
Spacey,
sci-fi
wacy.
horror,
timey-wimey.
because you're gonna get it's like Amazon Prime but in space.
Robots of Death, but remade for the modern audience, kind of, maybe.
I can deal with that. I can do
Yeah,
that.
I need to see Robots of Death. But
Please do not throw hands at me. As if Tom Baker just in the background, just like as himself, just like hello there.
yes. I am.
I'm shipping my season 12 Blu-ray.
Anyone want a copy?
I'll take one, thanks. It's just like this had the most.
Hype.
It had the most to lose for Yaz, I think, because
Yeah, he
we
did
get
fail.
why the first two are mainly Ryan and Graham and the Doctor stories. Like they're all coming into finding their own. Like especially the main character, they are connected by blood and marriage. That's why their relationship will change. They did like seeds of trying to, them Ryan and Yaz fancy each other to try and almost give her away into that sort of dynamic.
Team, yeah.
Because
Because
like,
I
she
say,
feels
if,
like she's just kind of there. But,
if you
she was
take her
useful in
out-
Rosa. She was useful in Rosa. Like she had her uses.
if you take her out, she's not really.
She's not
missed.
really missed, no.
She ain't.
And I feel like this was the episode where it'd be like
It
it would
could've,
feel like
yeah.
Rosa and then be like, this is why she's a companion, because you got. Because Rosa is when I went, this is what the show is. And I like it.
Uh-huh.
But-
yeah, yeah. I'd say so far 2 out of 6 to me have been really good. Being Punjab and Rosa for me have been like yes.
For me, it's only one. It's only Rosa. Like the rest have been okay to.
One of them
Good.
was shit.
I think okay to good is the sort of range we're at.
trying to think. Episode 5 I think was shit. I didn't enjoy it. Episode 5 just let me down.
The 5 was okay.
2 PC. It's just, and you know, it's so PC, but just it's a what if concept that won't happen because it won't happen. It can't genetically happen. We can't get.
But then, but no, the thing is like right. What I will say is, it's a fucking television show that can go anywhere, and there's infinite universes and possibilities. So you just enjoy the story.
But
Everyone knows that the Caves of Androzani don't exist, but that doesn't stop it being one of the best stories of all time.
He was sitting there the whole time in a
I get that.
hospital tube, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to become a daddy. I can't do it because of my flight."
I get that sort of thing. It was ridiculous, but it was meant to just be funny.
The doctor getting her screwdriver destroyed was funny. That's the only bit I enjoyed. And she's like, "Oh, my Sonic's gone," or she's like, "Oh, my poor Sonic." And then she gets out in this episode.
And it's fine.
She
has loads again, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, Chibners, you're okay at the moment, but you are gradually zoning me out. But this one kind of has got me forward. But I'm still. If Kablam's gonna be rubbish, I'm gonna go back against the wall. But if it's good, I'm going to gradually sit forward. And then when you introduce the Sontarans and New Year special, then I'm going to go bursting out of my seat and into the TV, and I'm going to high-five you from my house. Because that's what I need.
That's what happens, yeah. I think it puts pressure on, not Kablam. I think the Salem Witch one is now
That's 9, isn't it?
I think it's 8.
Well,
Witchfinders or something it's called. Like, it's 8 or 9. Like... I think that's got a lot to do now, because I feel like the other ones are going to be like fun.
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, like the other ones are going to be like fun, spacey things.
The Battle of Runscore have Colossal.
Oh yeah, because they announced the episode 9 and 10 titles like late, and they gave the basic premise for it, and that's about a girl in a forest in Norway in present day.
Takes you away, yeah.
And that one is like they've got like loads of distress signals on infinite planets from that, and then there appears to be like in the synopsis like a deadly foe, which maybe it'll be the Timeless Child that we've only got mentioned once. So
as I say, yeah, is there going to be a plot?
Well, no,
because each episode is standalone.
He said that there's no great story arcs, which I'm fine with, as long as he's not
carry
lying.
It into the special.
Yeah, I feel like the special will end, or episode 10 will end with a Dalek ship.
A thing to go into the Christmas.
We've honoured the Termination contract, and there'll be
a thing to go into New Year's Day. Yeah. It's got to be something like that, because I say all these episodes are meant to develop the characters. Like this is being Yaz's episode, but he didn't do. The Doctor had her moments, its moments.
Oh, that favourite moment when she sort of went, like when she has to go with the girls, because obviously that's never happened, because normally like if the companions and the Doctor get separated, Doctor ends up with the boys, then goes with the girls like for the wedding thing, and then gets all the henna tattoos, and then she just goes, "Oh, I never did this when I was a man."
And they all look at her like,
and she goes like, and then like the guys are like, "Oh, you're such a joker, Doctor," and she's like, goes, "Yeah, everything I say about gender and cellular regeneration is all completely, just joking."
All completely.
That was nice, because that's sort of like just playing on
a hindsight of the whole era.
That's kind of like you've wanted her to kind of almost like point out. It's like, "Oh, I never did this when I was a bloke." It's like it's quite fun.
That's kind of what,
because the only other like thing we've had is half hour ago I was a white-haired Scotsman in episode 1, and that's sort of which has been nice to not draw attention to it, but now you sort of need to
keep elaborating to it.
Yeah.
And it's like with...
It's the past, it's the
Is it Arachnid? I'm trying to think, was it Arachnids or a pregnant man where she's like, "Oh, I had sisters once," and da-da-da-da-da. But she keeps alluding to... I was a sister. Yeah, exactly. Like, that stuff needs to be... But
then the Doctor also did jokes about him being a girl, like obviously not the Missy thing, which I think was just Moffat being like, I could make him a woman if I wanted to. Is that what you want, audience?
Yeah.
But it's the... Father Pompeii, series 4, episode 2, when they sort of like only women can enter the priest, they call the high priestess of the civil line, and Dave Tennant goes, "That's fine, just us girls," like that. It's almost that sort of Pokemon, because you never really know if he or she is being serious. So that's the fun thing. Is like it's left to your imagination of what they've done.
Yeah, but he's bloody clever.
Kablam looks like it's going to be fun. Looks like it's going to be spacey horror thing. Lee Mack's in it.
Yeah.
Julie, what's her face, who was in Broadchurch and
Julie
Coronation Street as Hayley. She's in it. I don't remember how to pronounce her second name. It looks like it could be fun. Witchfinders, we've obviously got to look forward to, and whatever happens
Carrier
in the
Knights
finale.
reference? If it's about witches.
It'd be nice if she sort of like, how she sort of like name drops them, like, sort of in in Shakespeare Code in the Carrie Night song, where
Yeah.
like Dave Tennant goes, reminds me of the cigarette. So them kind of things like this reminds me of an adventure I once had.
Yeah.
But not to a point is when she's going, well, I've just fought the Daleks, so it can't be them this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was my
Right.
villain? Like, it's not that kind of thing.
Well, it's like in Arrakis, they could have easily mentioned Metabilis 3, but I don't think they did.
I think they
spiders."
purposefully didn't mention it because they knew that that's all like the obvious joke to make. Of like,
Yeah, it'd be too easy.
Planet of the spiders, eh?
Oh,
You could
wow,
almost say
maybe
that I've
spiders.
been to a planet of some spiders when I was John Pert. But then it's like that weird thing in
When I was a grey-haired Englishman.
What Colin Baker's story is it when there's
Yeah,
a random mural of John Pertwee from an adventure we never saw?
Oh, Timelash.
Yeah.
Timelash, yeah,
And
Timelash.
it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was...
Which is good
what
because
the
like
fuck,
you,
yeah.
then you get the sense that obviously it carries on with the big finish and there's the books and everything. But there is adventures beyond.
So going into Big Finish.
Gotta
No, going into Big Finish. What the fuck are you doing, Big Finish? Like, every week, his Doctor's been on sale. Like, this week is Colin Baker. So, Sunday, episode 7, will be McCoy. But the 6th Doctor, 7th Doctor, and 8th Doctor, for me, are the reasons why I wanted to tune into the sale, because I thought a lot of their catalogue will be on sale. But it's fuck all, innit? It's just shit. Like, what are you doing, Big Finish?
Okay,
Have more stuff on sale, please.
that's fair enough.
Sorry, Big Finish, I love you, but doing shit in your sales.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fuck.
Demons of Punjab 6.
7.5 demons out of 10 Punjabs.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
We're past that midpoint. We're chugging along towards the end of the season, and
Will there be an arc?
I don't think there will be. I think there
Yeah,
may
it
be
will
a hint to what's to
Something.
come in either series 12 or the New Year's at the end of
Yeah.
either episode 10, or maybe they'll just leave it as like there'll be the setup for series 12 will just be purely in the New Year special.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll have to. We've got not long to wait. Connor, come on.
I know, but it's another fucking month. And this month it ain't going to be quick because it's Christmas. Well, no, I can't. Well, yeah,
You know,
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
Have you got any? We're going to have to start talking about Christmas films soon. That's the
And
thing.
I'm going to have to watch some as well.
Oh, well, we'll have to go and do that. You have to go now and watch Daredevil Season 3.
Of course.
I have to carry on watching Luke Cage. But until then, dearest listener.
Sayonara.
Yes, you in the back. Yes, sayonara. I didn't bother checking the email because we never know we get them. So if I have some, we'll do them next
Thank
week
you.
because I'm sorry.
Any tweets, any likes, anything
Oh
else?
yeah, so like, comment, subscribe at Pace the Sheep on the socials, link in the description below. You know the drill by now. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, Twitch that we haven't thingied on yet because we are working. 2019 is going to be the year we get our shit together.
Uh-huh.
Right after we get our own shit together.
Yeah. No, we'll do it.
Yeah, fair enough. That's sort of it. nerdbubblecontact@gmail.com if you're going to bother to email, but no one ever does. So,
Hey,
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we'll see you next
This
week
time.
for episode 20.
Fuck.
Fucking hell, that's depressing.
2 David Tennants. Get 2 David Tennant blow-up dolls. Commemorate our anniversary.
Well, we know what you're doing for Christmas.
What?
Goodbye, not watching the Doctor Who Christmas special. That's not what you're doing this Christmas.
Hell no.
Yeah, so see you next
Nice.
week. Dears.
Yeah.
And we just want to end on the serious note of, rest in peace, Stanley.
Excelsior.
Excelsior indeed.
Sayonara.